So in today's video, I want to talk to you about what I call my first tenet of dating. And this was very easy for me because I have just taken this from the first tenet of life, according to Buddhists. It's very simple, and once we get this, it really is life-changing. And why the Buddhists use this as their first tenet of Buddhism. So the first tenet of Buddhism is that life is suffering. And if this is the first time you're hearing that, you may be thinking, oh my gosh, what a dour, depressing, and downer tenet. But it's really not. Because how the Buddhists believe is that if you accept, or once you accept, that life is suffering, everything from there is a gift. And think about it really deeply, what it means. And I think it simply goes back to what I talk about a lot, which is the law of opposites, sometimes referred to, or most commonly referred to as the law of opposites, but also the law of polarity, meaning that with everything good comes something not good. It's just a law. We think about it in everything. Without sun, there would be no rain. Or we think of it in the other way around. Most of us don't like rain. So without rain, though, there can't be sun. There can't be anything without rain. Just like there can't be anything without sun. So the first thing we must accept in anything that we do is that there is going to be something negative about it. And dating certainly is no different. But I find what happens for most women, and certainly the women that I work with, is that they are coming to dating in an all or nothing fashion, meaning it's not fun. And this most specifically about online dating. And that is unfortunate because everything in online dating is neither good nor bad. It just is. But it's the way that women are approaching it that fosters their outcome. And if you have been doing online dating, you may have got negative results. And so you are suffering. Because it is the way most men are going to now to date. And I don't mean just in lockdown. It has been going this way for many, many years. And it is important then, because that's where men are going to date, that you are there as well. And what do I mean by this? You can say, well, you know many men that aren't online dating. But I would dare say those men have the time. They are more on the scale of being maybe not so ready to be dating. They're not focused on dating, so they are not doing it. But when a man is really ready, and if you've read my book, you know what I mean by ready. He's in the state of being a buyer. Find out about the 5 criteria that I have there about what is the difference in a man's state of being a buyer versus a consumer. Because consumers are not bad men. They are simply men not ready, willing, and able to go the distance, even if they are in a relationship. So take my consumer versus buyer relationship test. If you happen to be here and you are in a relationship and you're not understanding why you're both seemingly in love and everything's going well, but you're not moving towards commitment, take the consumer versus buyer relationship test for that. Back to this idea of the first tenet of dating in my eyes is that it is suffering. Because once you accept that it's not going to be peachy. It's not going to be necessarily all fun. We have this idea in our society that things go in a linear fashion. You meet someone, it's working really well, you like him a lot, and it's going to go the distance. Well, if only. And here's what I believe as well, which may be helpful to you. Anything that is worthwhile in life is going to be somewhat of a challenge, and certainly will go by that tenet, because you could insert most things in terms of that Buddhist tenet. Life is suffering. You could insert anything there instead of life. I'm inserting dating for the purposes of this video. It's interesting because I was thinking about this, before I was doing this video, and I was thinking, maybe I should wear something so bright or so happy looking, so to speak. But then I thought, yes, I should, because it's the law of opposites. In everything, there's going to be positive and negative. And once you accept that there is a suffering in anything, I should say in everything, then you can set about accepting. And once you accept, then you go forward despite the challenges or the negative things that happen. And when you also find a new way, that will help you a lot. Because I find that it's not that, my clients come to me, they're ready. And they want to explore doing things in a different way. And when they do, with my One Love program in 12 weeks or self-help course, then they're setting about making a new way. Because I can tell you this, I know how much suffering there is in online dating. And when I say suffering, I mean frustration and disappointment, and so many men that are sending you inappropriate pics and doing all manner of just ridiculousness that you think, I don't have time for this, the patience for this, the fortitude for this. I get it. I'm not saying it's all peachy keen. No, it's not. And this is why it's the number one tenet of dating. Because men are going to online in a way that they have not heretofore gone. And what I mean by that is that when they are out, men are out to experience in the moment, because men are in the moment, whatever it is going on. So if they are out with their guy friends at a bar, then they're there for that. And they might engage with you, or, kind of what I call like play around with the idea. But it's not as easy now to actually get something going in life, because the man stays in the moment of whatever activity it is. All of us have had the experience of being out in our life, whether it's grocery store or whatever we're doing, and a man is eyeing us, smiling. You look like, well, why doesn't he engage with me then? And here's the thing. There's so many factors of why he does not right then and there. But what he does know is that you're a pretty puppy. He likes you in that moment. What he doesn't know is if you're involved, if you will think he's a jerk or player coming up to you in that moment. He likes so many puppies. My puppy principle in my book, get it if you don't know it, or go to a video here about it. That he isn't in that same mind frame as you are, which when you have that immediate attraction to someone, it's really special. It's really something, and you think, oh, if he would just, or what do I do? Do I make this happen, or whatever? What happens for him is that he knows he can go home and go online and thereby know for sure that the women he's looking at are ready, willing, and able to meet and date. So he doesn't know that when he's out in life, and so it's become much easier, much more efficient, and a great way for men to date. So they are going there in numbers heretofore unparalleled. So it's really important that you do. But I hope you take away today how important it is for you to, whenever you are suffering in dating, and again, suffering runs a gamut on a scale of just mildly uncomfortable to just really awful and painful. So on the road and the path to love, which, like anything that is worthwhile, is difficult and challenging, then you understand. So I want to leave you with a quote that I got in my own coaching program. This is from Dean Brax, however he says it. And it's just part of a poem that he has about going the distance. And I take away from it because this poem really is about doing your work. And when I'm thinking about this, work in dating, we don't think of it as that. But what I want you to replace is the effort. Because without the effort on your part, things can really not move along for you in a way that I believe every woman, it needs to. And it is best if you make this type of effort, the right effort, and what produces the right results. So here's the quote. Do a little more. Out of your very doubt and suffering will be born the supreme joy of life. If you keep that in mind in whatever you're doing that is challenging, it's again the law of opposites. And out of usually every crisis comes something wonderful. If you are feeling at a low point in your romantic life, that could be heartbreak, or it could just be that you've been so frustrated with men, with dating, in any way. I want you to take away this first tenet of dating. Understand it. Look at other quotes such as this and understand how important it is that you have that mindset and understand the law that's just in the universe, that you will succeed when you understand this very, very foundational principle and law. That's what I'm all about. You will hear me reiterate things like this all the time because it's in repetition that we really get things into our being and understand them profoundly. These aren't just tips that I give out here. They're more towards philosophy of what is going to work for you. That's what I'm all about. So until next time, get about repeating these videos, my podcast, get my book. Repeat, 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 because repetition will get it into your being. And when you have it in your being, you're going to bring it out to the world. I trust you got a lot of good information from today's video, so I hope you'll subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're sure to get all my upcoming videos as soon as they come out. And if you are here and seeing this video between May 19th, 2021 and June 19th, 2021, then I urge you to go to my spring Not Just a Fling giveaway. It's a giveaway especially for subscribers here, and if you are already subscribed, you just go to that video, Spring Not Just a Fling giveaway, and you will get all the instructions on how to enter. If you are a new viewer, then please do subscribe and be part of the Wonder Women family. And you can do that by going to that video as well, subscribing, get all the details there, and get a wonderful giveaway and getaway in 2021.